Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is ANNISA FITRI. And today we want to talk about offline school in mid-pandemic. But before that, I want to introduce myself. My name is ANNISA FITRI as moderator, and my friends is first Ayu Sulistianingsih.
My name is SULISTYANINGSIH.
Next, there is Putri FEBRIANANDA.
Hi, my name is Putri FEBRIANANDA.
And next, there is Nada ALFAIZA.
Hi, my name is Nada ALFAIZA.
So guys, as you know, we're gonna talk about offline school in mid-pandemic. You know, there is agree and disagree between us. So I want to know what about you and what you think about this topic. Who's gonna tell the first thing about it? Are you maybe?
Okay. First, I think back to campus for offline learning while the pandemic is still there is difficult to do because when offline students and lecturers will be in the same room and definitely interact with each other. This does not rule out the possibility that the COVID-19 virus can be infected when learning outdoors. This is because there are some people who have tested positive for COVID-19, but they don't feel the symptoms that are generally suffered by positive patients, like with COVID-19. And also recently COVID has upgraded, and one of the news reports stated that now we can get the COVID-19 virus if we are only in one room with a positive patient for COVID-19. Of course, I think because of this, going back to campus for offline learning while the pandemic is still there is impossible. That's my opinion. Thanks. Thank you.
So it means you disagree about offline learning, right?
Yes.
And then what about Nada? What do you think?
Okay, my opinion is I think the government should open the school until the situation gets better. The students can go back to schools only if the preparation is done and screening process is fulfilled. That's all I can say.
So Nada
Yes.
is true. So next, Putri, what about you? What do you think?
So, in my opinion, I agree with offline learning, because online learning, we know technology development can trigger cybercrime in online learning application or platform. As you know, cheating, we always do that in online learning, right? So I agree in offline learning.
So some of you is disagree and agree, and honestly, me too. I have a disagree and agree opinion because if I'm agree with offline learning, I think the pandemic isn't over yet, so it is be dangerous if we still do the offline learning. But if we do not do offline learning, yes, as Putri mentioned, we always cheating.
Yes.
We always cheating because yes, it's online. Everyone can see in Google or something like that. But maybe I think for the better solution is we still get online learning. So I have next question. The question is, what are the problems of online learning? So what do you think, Putri?
The problems why we still use online learning is like student must have a gadget, so we can join a class. Then we must make sure the connection is stable, as you know. And I think that's it.
Okay. Next question is, what are the problems of offline learning during pandemic? So I want to know from Nada. What do you think?
Okay, some options such as imposing shifting systems, limiting the numbers of students, and implementing existing health protocols. That are the problems of offline learning during pandemics.
Good answer. Thanks, Nada.
Thank you. Thanks.
So the next question is, how pandemic has impacted our education? So I want to know from IU opinion.
Okay, thank you. The pandemic has greatly impacted education because many schools have closed and become neglected. Then there are many students who become lazy just to do their assessment and even write their assessment by hand because they feel typing on a device is more effective than writing by hand, and also many texts that should be done by students are actually done by their parents. And the worst thing, in my opinion, is when students don't respect their teacher because they feel they don't see eye to eye, which makes them just ignore order from their teachers. Okay, thank you.
Good answer from IU because I did too. Right. So the next question and the last question is, what the government and teachers should do to maintain the quality of education during pandemic. So I want to know from you all, what do you think?
Excuse me, can I first?
Sure.
Okay.
Go ahead, Ayu.
I think for the government to create a new curriculum that can adapt to the condition of the pandemic, and government must to give the students or the teacher good internet equipment, then facility throughout the country, difficulty and high cost of online learning to implement. And for the teacher, can make a learning video that can be seen by all students. Then teacher can also hold meeting through the video conference application, but not every day. I think that's my opinion. Thank you.
Thank you, Ayu. And what about you, Putri?
I agree with Ayu. Also, the government must expand an internet network and distributing internet quota evenly so students can join class effectively.
Good answer. I agree with your opinion, guys. Okay, that's all our discussion about offline learning during this pandemic. So we had agree and disagree about offline learning. So whatever that, we still wish the best to our education. So thank you guys for your opinion. So I close this discussion. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.